today I have a testing video for you. We will be testing some makeup products and the brand is called Wet n Wild. I chose this particular brand because I know it's available in my country where I come from, and I really wanted to try it, and I wasn't sure if I will be able to get it in the UK, but it turns out that it's available on the Beauty Bay website. I did see some people testing it already, so I thought, why not? I might as well test it and show it to you guys, so you can see for yourself, is it any good or not. The brand is quite affordable. I will put all the prices and all the product names and all that, the full full description, somewhere at the bottom of the screen, somewhere there, for you to see. And without a further rambling, let's just put this stuff on my face and see what is it like. So I'll show you. If you never used a Beauty Bay, I didn't until now. This was my very first purchase, and that's the box. Because I only ordered like 5 items, obviously I didn't expect a huge parcel, but it is packed really nice. I'll show you how it looks inside. It's quite sturdy box, and as you can tell, well, sorry, I already took the brushes out of the packaging, and they came packed in like a little foil bag like this, and then they have a plastic cover for the bristles. So I think, very good packaging. A lipstick, I ordered a lipstick, and the lipstick was just loose on the paper, but the rest of the stuff that can be smashed, is packed in a bubble wrap, which I think is fabulous. They're making sure that you will get your order in one piece, basically. So I ordered foundation, blush, a lipstick, as you already seen, and 2 brushes. One is a crease brush and one is just a big flat eyeshadow brush, and that's how they look like. Let's get them out. They have like a little protective cover, and they are nice and fluffy. Yeah, they're quite nice. Like orangey pinkish toned, two-toned bristles, and white handles, which look alright. So that's the brushes. Now for the foundation. So the foundation, sorry for the noise. So for the foundation, I ordered Wet n Wild Photofocus Foundation in the shade Nude Ivory. This is the second lightest shade, because I have a little natural tan, so I thought if I will order the lightest one, I will look like a death. So so I thought that should do. It does look quite still light in the bottle, I have to say. We'll see how it goes when I open it. And then another product, a makeup product, is a blush. I wanted a blush that will be more pink, but they only had 4 shades available, and the one that I wanted wasn't available, and it was out of stock. So I went for the darkest available on the website, and this is in pearlescent pink, and it does look quite orange. It's like corally colour, and I lost the brush, and I was hoping for something more pink, but it's fine, we can work with that. See how pigmented it is. It comes with a little brush like this. It just fell off the packaging, fell out of the packaging. So yeah, it's a decent size though. It's 5.85 grams, and I think, if I'm right, that cost me like $3.75 or something like that. It was $3.50 actually, $3.50. But like I said, I put all the prices down below, so you know what's what. So for £3.50 for blush, and it's quite big. I didn't expect it to be that big. So yeah, it looks okay. Okay, so let's get started. I do have my sponge. It gone out of shape. It gone weird. I wetted it and I washed it. I just need a new one, but hopefully for the purpose of this video will be fine. So let's crack this open and oh, okay. I thought it might be like a pump or something, but no, it's like a little spatula. Okay, right. It smells like any other foundation. Let's give it a go. I don't have any primer. I don't use any primer. I want to see how it will sit on my skin without any primers or any helpers, as I call them. Just foundation, just as I normally do it. So I think because it's that little thing, I will just put it straight on my face. I don't know how much I should put, to be honest. No idea. It does. My first impression is that it is quite runny consistency, but then it's not coming down my face or anything, so maybe it's not that bad. Right, okay, I think that'd be enough for now. And just get my little mirror and let's see. But I do have to say, it just gets in my pores. But I think that might be my sponge because it really gone weird. Let's see how a brush will be like. Okay, so I would say that this side, when I use a brush, it looks a lot better than my sponge, but like I said, that might be my sponge fault. So yeah, let's just put some more. Coverage is okay. It's not. Oh, I think I might put a bit too much now. And the colour is really light. It don't look that bad in my mirror here, but when I look into a camera, I look really pale. So that's how I look after blending it out with a brush, my trusty Primark brush. And in camera it looks really light. It looks ghostly white, actually. Okay. So I'll get the rest of my face done, apart from obviously the stuff that I still have, and then I'll be back with you. Right guys, so I'm back, a little bit more bronzy now. I've done my contour, I've done a bit of highlight. I know I still look very pale and very washed out, but hopefully when we do a bit of eyes and put a bit of colour on the eyes and get rid of that very pale lips, it will look so much better. So yes. Okay. To do my eyes, and I will do them very easy and very brief, hopefully. I will use my Revolution Reloaded Iconic Vitality palette. This is a very basic one. It only costs £4. in Superdrugs, and I love it. I love the colours. They're very like autumnal, but I use them through the summer, and now even more because, like I said, you have some very good red, sort of reddish colours, and a lot of oranges and mustard yellows, browns and things like that. So it's very neutral and very warm toned. So I will start with this big flat brush, and just go with the palest colour here, and just put it all over, and just like to like set my eyelid in place. It's a very nice brush. Big enough to do your eye quite quick, because it does cover like a whole, at least in my case, it does cover my whole eyelid, so it's good. Now let's go in with some colour, and I think I'll go with like a bit of a pinkish. I will put a little bit of that. I know it looks like a yellowish, but it's like a very pale orangey colour. So let's put that in the crease a little bit. Right guys, so I've done my eyes and done my eyebrows and put some mascara on. So now let's do blush, and it does look quite, well, it is quite pigmented. I keep losing the blooming brush. Don't know if you will see anything, but I just like dipped my finger in it, and it is like really, you can tell. So it's got like a tiny bit of shimmer, a gold shimmer, so it might look nice. I have my big fluffy brush, so I'm scared. Right, so I'm just gonna dip it lightly, and see what happens. Okay, it is quite pigmented, as I really dipped, like you've seen me, it was just like that, like tap. So yeah, that's a really pretty blush. I don't know how much you can see in this light because it's a natural light, but the sun is going in and out, and it might be a bit up and down. But yeah, actually it's a very pretty color. I wanted something slightly deeper, but actually I really like that. I really do like that, and it's got like a tiny bit of gold shimmer in it. You can't really see it on the skin, but if you like move your head, I can't like slightly see, but it's nothing, it's not a glitter, or you can't see any particles, just a tiny bit of shimmer. Very pretty. Yeah, it's definitely, it's a thumbs up from me for that. Now on to the lips. I think I will put some eyeliner because a lipstick looks quite dark. This is the Wet n Wild Megalast lip colour. So, and like I said, it's in the shade In the Flesh, and it looks like this. My mistake, I didn't put any lip balm, and my lips are tiny bit dry, so you might see some dryness on the top, which I do apologize for, but that's how it looks like. This is the closer look, if you prefer. That's how the foundation look like, and the blush and the lipstick. So overall, okay, lipstick is definitely matte. It's comfortable on my lips, but it is quite dry consistency. Like I could feel it drag a little bit on my lips, but like I said, my lips are quite dry since yesterday, so maybe that's the reason I should moisturize them first. Forgot. Don't know how long it will last, and what I can say about foundation so far is it blended quite okay. Definitely better with the brush rather than a sponge, but I am happy with a brush application, and yeah, it's not a full coverage. I would say it's like medium coverage. It's buildable, definitely buildable, and it's really pale. So yeah, so this color will be definitely perfect for me in the winter, because right now I'm a little bit darker here, and even when I put a little bit of bronzer, it's still quite obvious, especially in the camera. I mean, when I look in the mirror, it seems to look okay, it seems to be quite good match, but in the camera for some reason it looks like really pale. So that's the only thing, but it feels comfortable. It actually don't feel like anything on my skin, because sometimes you kind of feel it a bit like greasy, tacky, sort of, you know, but it honestly, it's just like I feel like it sunk in my skin, and I could forget that I have foundation on, so that is a huge plus. So overall, really happy with the product. I'll update you in a few hours time, see how the makeup will last. Thank you so very much for watching. Thanks for all your support, nice comments and likes. Please do still like and subscribe if you want to see some more videos from me. And I'll see you next time. Bye! Been about 7 hours, more or less. And although, you know, we don't have extreme temperatures right now in the UK, I think it's fair to say that my makeup lasted all right. I mean, like I said, I don't have a chance to like really test it in, you know, extreme conditions. So I just wanted to show you how does it look like after a few hours, and it's still there. Didn't rub off, didn't come off, didn't slide off. Normally by now I would be quite greasy mess in my T-zone, and normally I would powder. By now I would have to powder by now, by now, but as you can tell, it's still looking pretty good. So definitely thumbs up from me. Like I said, it might be a different story in like really warm, during really warm summer, but for now I'll be really happy to use it. And for the price, which is only £6, you really cannot go wrong. So if you never tried it, get yourself one and do try it, because it is really worth it. It's definitely worth it. As for the other stuff, as you can see, I still have a blush, so that's fine. It stayed, and it's still quite vivid, which is a huge plus. And then my lipstick is completely gone, but oh my god, after 7 hours and a meal, and you know, having lots of water to drink and things like that, it just tends to disappear. But if you can see, I still have like a little tint on my lips. It did last quite a while, quite a few hours. I normally tend to lick it off, and you know, and it's gone in no time, but this one actually stayed put. The only thing that I don't really like in it is the fact that it's matte, and it's like quite matte. I'm not that keen on matte lipsticks, but I will definitely use it because it is quite pleasant. Let me know down below whether you tried it or not, and whether you like it or not. So thank you very much guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Good night.